What is going on, my friends, family, all the above? What's happening? Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show, your go to spot for sharp insights, bold opinions, and unfiltered takes on the biggest stories of the day, whether it's politics, sports, pop culture, or the latest buzz. Look, we're diving deep and keeping it real. So do me a favor, kick back, stay informed, and get ready to join the conversation. Oh, my friends, look, we have a lot to impact here within this hour. Y'all, we are going to talk about a lot of people are tripping, first of all. A lot of folks are tripping. We're going to talk about your boy Neo, R&B singer, songwriter, award-winning artist. He is doing a lot right now. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but he has not one, not two, not three, not four. I think he's up to like seven girlfriends now who are and it's a lot. We're going to talk about it later on the program also. um the race is looking pretty packed. The governor's race out in this Michigan. John James, congressman out of Michigan, uh he has launched his bid in entering into this race, so is looking like a stronger chance we could possibly see um Michigan's first black governor. All right, now John James is a Republican representative out of Michigan. He was one of those who spoke during the RNC for Donald Trump. It was very interesting. He was one of the speakers in day one. Day one that was all about diversity, and they had an interesting lineup of folks. John James was one of them. I believe they had Amber Rose. Oh, yeah, she's very influential in the black community. And it was some other individuals that had shared some words on why Donald Trump was the guy and this and the other. So, anyway, we're going to talk about that also later on the program. Let me see what else we're going to talk on. We are going to discuss more tariff turmoil, and hopefully we won't run out of time. We will talk on some pop culture news, specifically in the entertainment space. Saturday Night Live is going to be launching a UK version of the show. The long running hit sketch comedy program has been in the United States for what, over 50 years, or right around 50 years. So yeah, Lauren Michaels, who's the creator producer of the hit show, is talking about, hey, yeah, we're going to be bringing this program to the UK. So we're going to talk about it and more here on the Arrington Gavin Show. As always, my friends, thank you so much for taking 1 hour of your time to tune into the program. We are continuing to grow each and every day. We couldn't do it without you all, the listeners and viewers out there. I myself, I'm so humbled that I get to share this space with you all, just to have great conversations. Yeah, it can be entertaining, but I also want to inform you all as well. All right. And I've mentioned many a times, I hope y'all enjoyed, by the way, the conversation I had with my good buddy Chandler Nunley. Had him on not too long ago on the program, and that was a great convo. And so please, if you haven't, be sure to check it out on our platforms. Speaking of platforms, by the way, I don't know if y'all know, we are a growing platform. We are a growing program. So not only can you check us out on YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, and all major podcast platforms Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just wanted to put that plug in. You can also listen to us on your radio airwaves on WDJY 99.1 FM, straight talk out of the Metro Atlanta area. So, boom, that's one affiliate. We have radio affiliate that we're proud to be a part of. You can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show on there Monday through Fridays at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And guess what, y'all? We are honored to be a part of WBOK 12:30 a.m. New Orleans, baby. That's right. Who dat nation? You can tune into the program, to the Arrington Gavin Show, starting May 5th. All right, starting May 5th, you can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show, 8 p.m. Monday through Fridays, 8 p.m. Central Time. All right. Again, I'm so honored to be a part of this long running, one of the oldest and longest running black owned radio stations in the country. You hear me? Let me say that one more time. One of the oldest and longest running black owned radio stations in the country. Y'all, is I'm still pinching myself. I'm to this day. WBOK 12:30 a.m. New Orleans. What New Orleans is talking about. Guess what? I'm so honored to be welcome into your space, and you can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show again Monday through Fridays, 8 p.m. Central Time. And please be sure to tune into all the amazing programs on WBOK. All right, please, please. It's an amazing station. I want to thank the team out there for welcoming me with open arms. And look, the best is yet to come, my friends. You hear me? The best is yet to come. We hope to get in front of more spaces, more airwaves, right? We want to keep on growing. We want to keep on bringing you all great content, great conversation, and we yeah, that's all. That's all I got for you. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to tell you. We want to continue to give you all the great content. Look, please support WBOK 12:30 a.m. Check out shows like the Good Morning Show, The Front Porch, Reality Check, as well as the one and only Mr. Tavis Smiley. Yes, that's right, the Tavis Smiley, the legend, who's a part of that lineup too. So I'm very honored to be welcome to that station. And again, be sure to tune in to the Arrington Gavin Show. I forgot to mention too, you can also watch us on Goatverse TV network. Okay, the Goatverse TV network. You can download the app today. It's available on the App Store, Google Play Store, Roku, as well as Amazon Fire. So be sure to tune into the Arrington Gavin Show through that platform as well. You can check out shows like my friends Relationship Goats, hosted by the R&B star Lanique and the hip hop battle rapper extraordinaire Jay Skizzle. All right, and the Bare Naked Truth podcast. Okay, Goat Talk Live. There's so many amazing programs within that network, so I'm honored to be a part of that space as well. What else? What else did I forget? Oh, look, y'all. When I'm not here talking in the studio, I'm running my mouth on social media. So do me a favor if you haven't, go on social media. If you happen to be on Instagram, Blue Sky, X, or Substack, be sure to follow us at the Arrington Gavin Show. I truly appreciate that. We share a lot of stuff that we don't have the time nor can share here on the air. And we just want to continue to keep that conversation going because, as you know, an hour goes by so fast, so fast, y'all. So please do us a favor, follow us on those social media platforms. All right, let me go ahead. Let's start the day off first with our fun fact of the day. So on today's fun fact, did you know that black artists helped birth the genre techno, house, and disco? Did y'all know that? These now global dance music genres began in black and the LGBTQ plus communities in Detroit, Chicago, and New York City. So obviously, once again, black people, that's why we're so awesome. That's why we when it comes to all genres, let me tell you something. Country music came from black people, rock came from black people, blues came from black people, hip hop, R&B, what got gospel. I mean, what did not come from us? Can y'all explain that for me? What did not come from us? Heavy metal, screamo. I don't think that came from us. we can scream, but we ain't that. We had to like whoa, chill. This is a sidebar. I remember I was dating a girl in high school, and her brother was in a like a screamo band. I don't even know what you would call it, heavy metal or whatever. And I have never been to prior to any screamo concerts, but I was trying to impress this lady, and I was like, yeah, it'd be cool. Let me go. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. And man, I went there, and I was like, I gotta go to church tomorrow. Oh, I'm gonna have to stay now. I gotta get covered because it was just so it was loud. I couldn't hear myself. I couldn't hear myself breathe. Better alone to hear myself think. I couldn't hear myself breathe. And all this, and then a mosh pit. Have y'all ever heard of mosh pit? Where people get in the pit and start like, they start fist fighting and kicking and all that stuff. I'm like, don't y'all want to have some space? No, they do it literally bunched up and people getting hurt. So I'm like, what in the world? And then when I'm hearing them all this the screaming, I'm like, what is a lyric? Can y'all write the words of this song, please? 'Cause I'm having a hard time understanding what y'all talking about. All right, I'm having a hard time grasping the words, the words that are trying to come out of your mouth. I do not know. Oh man. All right, let me digress from that. Let's go ahead and shout out some of our proud supporters of the Arrington Gavin Show, like our friends over at Rugged Evolution Beard Care. That's right, my friends. Real men know greatness isn't manufactured, it's grown. Introducing Rugged Evolution Beard Care, the all natural men's grooming brand designed to fuel your evolution. From over 17 bold scented beard oils and balms to invigorating beard washes, body washes, facial cleansers, exfoliating soaps, and premium grooming accessories, Rugged Evolution keeps your beard and your game strong. Every product is crafted with nature's best ingredients because your beard deserves more than chemicals. It deserves strength, style, and smooth confidence. Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Remember, rugged is the new smooth. For more information, go visit them online at ruggedevo.com. And again, that's ruggedevo.com. All right, my friends, look, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We have a lot more show for you here on the Arrington Gavin Show.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to.
And we still in traffic.
Don't look familiar, do I? Not in this seat.
Hey, what's that you listening to?
Here to host today.
Hey, turn it up.
With me?
Yeah, this that new Gold Verse app. I got you.
So y'all want to know where the goats are? They're off on the sidelines.
Looking for fresh, relevant content wherever you go?
What was the name of that he said?
Introducing GoatVerse TV.
GoatVerse, that's what it's called.
The free streaming app that brings you the best podcasts, current events, and thought-provoking opinions all in one place. Download it now from the Apple Store or Play Store. In Goats, we trust.
Looks like we're having some technical difficulties. Hold on real quick, my friends. All right, my friends, welcome back to the Arrington Gavin Show. I am your friend, your homie, Arrington Gavin. Let's get it going with our first headline of the day. As I mentioned earlier about Representative John James out of Michigan, Republican Congressman John James. He announced recently that he will be making his bid for governor to be governor of the state of Michigan. If elected, he will be the first black governor elected in that state, which I'm catching a lot of firsts really happening across our country. In the state of Virginia, you will witness you'll witness history with the first female elected. Regardless, they've already made their two nominees. Current Lieutenant Governor, Republican Winsome Earl Sears, and Democratic nominee Virginia Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger. So we're catching a lot of firsts in our nation right now, which is a good thing because that's a sign of growth. All right, that's a sign of growth. Let me go ahead, y'all, and share this graphic with you. As I spoken earlier, Republican Representative John James recently announced his bid for governor, for Michigan governor, for going a re-election campaign to his House seat in a swing district. Now, I wanted to remind you all again who this gentleman was. If y'all remember the last when it was RNC season, Republican National Convention, their first day, they wanted to push diversity. They wanted to push that, hey, look, we have all the black people are coming to Trump and going to vote for him, and this is why you need to do this, which I still think is hilarious, because if you notice their black influence that they had supporting Trump. Okay, let me go down the list. Antonio Brown, disgraced former NFL star. And I say disgrace boldly because the last game he had, the man walked out, pulled off a Joanna man, took off his pads, his clothes, and ran out. I was like, I'm done with this. I needs help, right? He then went on to work with another influential black person who was a supporter of Trump in Kanye West. Okay. Again, the list is, you're seeing where I'm going with. Amber Rose, to them, a black influential individual. Who else? Lawrence Taylor. Thomas the Hitman Hearns, who can barely have a clear sentence out. Who else? The list goes on and on. What annoyed me is the fact that you have these folks in your mind represents the majority of the black community. They don't. They represent the majority of those who are money hungry and greedy and will do anything for the almighty dollar. And that's what we have in our society, y'all, is money over morals. Where is our moral compass? Is it always? And I get it. Without money, it's a hard life to live without money. We're witnessing right now with these tariffs. We're witnessing right now with the prices spiking up. Cost of eggs is insane. Cost of gas is insane. Resources for business owners that they need to help keep their business afloat is insane. But I go back to say, keep the faith. We've been through the struggles. Black people, we've been through the struggles before. And this is to all people. All people. We have been through struggles before. We will make it through this. All right. And I know it's hard. And I'm speaking to folks that even voted for Trump, because a lot of y'all are starting to catch on and be like, wow, I'm starting to regret my vote. Well, he said what he was going to do. He told everybody that. He told people that. Let me fast forward, because talking about, John James, the two-term representative and ally of President Trump, said in his announcement on social media that he felt compelled to run because Michigan is being held back by a lack of competent leadership. All right. For the past 7 years, he said, Michigan has been dominated by radical, out of touch policies that have hurt our families, our communities, and our economy. So what's your side doing that's benefiting the economy? What's your side doing and that's benefiting communities? Because all I see is division, layoffs out the what, and economy is poorly. Look, one thing I got to share with y'all. I am so tired of folks on the right skipping over questions, skipping around their answers. It's annoying as hell. When you talk to them about their opinion on the tariffs, right? When you ask them about DEI, they skip around, specifically black conservatives. And look, I say this because I know a lot of them. I consider them friends. Again, I am an independent. I'm friends with everybody, and everybody is always welcome. But conservatives that I've been encountered with, or that I have heard on uh, uh, other programs. When asked the question, they're skipping around. They're skipping around the question. Well, okay, so here's this. When I was growing up, when I was in this situation, my wife and I, or my husband and I, we gathered all of this, and we had this and we had that. Look, y'all explaining how to save money is not helping the case, because not everybody is in the similar predicament you are to save. People are working paycheck to paycheck. What do y'all understand when people work paycheck to paycheck? That means they don't have a lot of money to save. They don't have that capability to save. All right. I can't stand it. Let me continue. He highlighted his close relationship with Trump. Why? Because Trump's MAGA is Trump's party. MAGA is dominating over the established Republican Party. So when you have Trump's stamp of approval, look, that helps you out. That's almost a guaranteed win. You see it now happening in Florida with Congressman, what's his name, Byron Donalds, who's announced he's running for governor in the state of California. He said it's time to get Michigan's government out of the fantasy land and back to its common sense. Now, James, who is, if he wins, will become the state's first black governor, enters the primary race with widespread name recognition among Michigan's Republican electorate. A survey conducted recently in January by Harbor Public Affairs found James held a commanding lead among possible Republican candidates at more than 40% support with 35% undecided. Now, in addition to stumping with Trump multiple times during the presidential campaign stops in Michigan last year, James twice secured the GOP nomination for Senate in 2018 and again in 2020, only to come up short against Democrats in both general elections. Now, he first lost to former Senator Debbie Stabenow, I believe that's her last name, who has since retired and has then fell to Gary Peters. Now, Peters announced in January that he would not seek re-election in 2026. That move set off what is expected to be a crowded race on both sides of the aisle in highly competitive states. Let's see here. Michigan Democrats already was quick to pounce on James' gubernatorial bid, pulling him as a failing candidate who is too scared to face constituents at town halls. I mean, isn't that most of the GOP? Because it was already asked of them, hey, if I were you, I wouldn't show up to these town halls. People are just a little tense. They're a little tense. So no need to show up. Don't go don't do your job is what I'm hearing. Is don't do your job. Don't own up to your mistakes is what I'm hearing. What I'm hearing is ignore those who put you in office. All right? Because why? Because we know you're gonna fail. We want to make sure the party always looks good and pretty in front of the camera. It's pure hypocrisy. It's pure hypocrisy. They said here, John James has spent his career failing in statewide elections and failing to show up for his own district. So why would we trust him to show up for Michiganders as governor? Curtis Hurdle Jr., chair of the Michigan Democratic Party, said in a statement, at a time when Donald Trump is tanking our economy, true, Michigan needs a leader who won't just fight for billionaires, but will fight for everyone. It's very true. Trump is only doing stuff that benefits his almighty pockets, his friends. And it's more to it with these tariffs, man. I guarantee you, it is more with these tariffs that a lot of folks are unaware of. As I continue, we mentioned it is a crowded race. Other Republicans vying for the gubernatorial post include Michigan State Minority Leader Eric Nesbitt, former State Attorney General Mike Cox. Let's see here. Michigan's 2022 gubernatorial nominee, Tudor Dixon is also considering a possible another run at this race. There's already been announced on the Democratic side who will be running. Current Michigan Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist, who is one of those who, if elected, will be the first Black governor of the state of Michigan. Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson, and then also Detroit Mayor Mike Dungan, who announced that he would be running as an independent. And even though he is affiliated with the Democratic Party, majority of his career, he's launching his gubernatorial run as an independent, which I respect, because at the end of the day, y'all, I'll be honest, the two-party systems is broken. They've always been broken for me. I've always been the person, I vote on my best interest, but I'm always going to vote who will benefit the majority as well. Right and left, they're not helping. They're not helping. One side wants to end diversity, equity, and inclusion, something that can benefit all people, but they continue to push the narratives that it benefits Black people. See, one side, in my opinion, I don't want to see minorities succeed. That's my honest opinion. The other side doesn't have a spine to own up to. They don't speak. They don't listen to their constituents. They don't listen to their voters, or what they're telling them to do. They don't fight like legit, really, like, okay, you have to meet them face to face. You cannot back off. Look, representative out of Texas, Al Green, what did he do? He stood up. He fought. He said, "Bump being censored." I'm gonna say what I have to say, because every time when we had a Democratic leader doing a State of the Union, oh, y'all speak out of turn, this and any other. But you know what? See, the right knows how to use their power. The left, you lack. You lack. Remember those times when Obama, when he first had his first speech, and somebody yelled out, "You lie. You lie." You remember that? Did Nancy Pelosi do anything to shut that congressman up? Did he get censored? No. Because everybody wants to be, oh, we're just gonna go by the book. We want to be professional. We'll be like, bump that. Bump that. There is you try so hard. I commend those that do bipartisan work that really means what look, we can come. I believe folks can have difference of opinions. But at the end of the day, agree to disagree. You all have to have the same common goal. The fact of the matter is, we're living in a time right now where no one has the same common goal anymore. They preach that they do, but some of them, they have their own personal and best interests, and they don't look after their constituents. This will be an interesting race. I will continue to follow up here on the program. As we mentioned, there are a lot of firsts happening around our country. A lot of races happening. This is, you have a lot of your local state elections, primaries that can really benefit. And you're hearing a lot from folks on the right, like, hey, look, we got to get ourselves together, because these tariffs could really, really hurt us. I mean, I'm quoting from former Vice President Mike Pence, who said, hey, these tariffs can really hurt us in the primaries if there is nothing that will happen. With these tariffs, we're now starting to see folks like China fight back. And when I mean fight back, they are coming back, and they are coming back hard. Okay, they are coming back hard, and with their own tariffs. If I'm not mistaken, let me see if I can find that article where I believe China had first came back with, was it 34% in their tariffs? Then they came back with 84%. I mean, and once again, here's the thing with tariffs, y'all. For a lot of those that are still scratching their head and not understanding what tariffs is, I'm making a long story short in this one. Tariffs are taxes. Tariffs is all it is taxes for consumers, us, the voters. All it is a tax. All it is they're taxing us Every time it goes higher, guess what? It affects us, the people. All right? It affects us. And it's so ridiculous to the point where I'm like, they do realize and they are screwing up with our lives with these negotiations. Who does it hurt the most? And that's why you see so many folks on the right that's saying, you know what? Honestly, I don't know what Trump is doing at this point now. It's funny. It's very funny because they're over here scratching their head like, what is he doing that? I've said this since the beginning. Trump is a unloyal individual. You can't trust Trump. Trump has no friends. Those so-called say that they're friends with him. I totally disagree with that because this is the man that just blatantly went against his vice president, both his vice presidents actually. So you already know that him and Mike Pence, they don't get along no more. And now his current VP JD Vance, I mean, Trump literally mentioned that, oh, he wouldn't be a good successor. He said that. I wouldn't know. He wouldn't. I don't think he's even. No, he's no him. No, I don't think he would be a great success for me. It's insane, y'all. This man cannot be trusted. So when I hear a lot of his constituents on the right saying, "Well, I really don't know what's his plans. I'm at a loss of what strategy is he going with this now." Everything he said was a lie. He's always going to go for his best interest, and that's going to help his billionaire friends. So let me talk a little more about these tariffs real quick. I want to give you guys an exact definition of what tariffs are. So, because you know one thing here on this show, I want to keep y'all informed. So, okay, they are taxes that government places on goods imported from other countries. Basically, when a product crosses a border into a country, the government can charge a fee. That's what you call a tariff. Now, the main reasons why the government uses tariffs are to raise money like any other tax, to protect local industries by making imported goods more expensive compared to local made goods, and then to pressure other countries during trade negotiations. All this is negotiation. But it's a big old trade war. Like, what are we doing here? Do you see that? China raises tariffs on U.S. goods from 84% to 125%. Now, in my opinion, because I was talking with a gentleman who was a Trumper, right? Because I'm fascinated with getting the mindset. Like, what? Like, I don't understand. So it's good to you got to go in the lion's den sometimes. He's like, the U.S., we're the largest consumer in the world, so really it's gonna hurt China, and China better get it together and this and the other. I'm like, okay, all right. Now, when I see China goes back and forth with this, to me, it don't look like they scared. It don't look it. You need relationships with other countries in order to survive, in order to stay afloat. Stuff that we have that keeps the United States functioning, guess what? It doesn't all come from America. It comes from other countries. That's how you build great relationships. I've heard Republican elected officials say, I think like from Maine and Canada and Vermont and Canada. I mean, it's just like the relationships, they keep us afloat as we keep them. Like, why are you trying to divide that, sir? Explain. What is your true thought? Because he's busy doing the whole what do you call it? Tesla commercials. Okay. He's busy doing Tesla commercials on his front lawn because he feels bad for his friend Elon. Because Elon, them sales is going down. People giving back their Teslas. People are freaking vandalizing dealerships, which I do not condone. I don't think that's fair. To vandalize. Vandalism is a poor sport. It's stupid. It's ignorant. Like, what does that do? Besides, make the individual feel good. It's stupid. It's dumb. But that is what is occurring to the Tesla brand, right? Stock market is going down for Tesla. I have a story that I'll share a little bit later about Tesla. But just wanted to give you kind of a brief of what tariffs are. Now, there are different types of tariffs, like fixed amount per item. So, say $5 per shirt, or a percentage of items valued, like 10% of the car prices. So, just to kind of give you a view of what these tariffs are. So, because you see countries like China that is coming back with these larger taxes. Check this out. This is reported by Associated Press. Trump limits tariffs on most nations for 90 days, raises taxes on China imports. Now, it says here, facing obviously a global market meltdown, President Trump recently abruptly backed off his tariffs on most nations for 90 days, even as he further jacked up the tax rate on China to 125%. Now, it was seemingly an attempt to narrow what had happened, an unprecedented trade war between the U.S. and most of the world to shut down between the U.S. and China. Now, the S&P 500 stock index jumped 9.5% after the announcement, but the drama over Trump tariffs is far from over as the administration prepares to engage in country-by-country negotiations. Now, in the meantime, countries subjects to the pause will now be tariffs at 10%, because if you can recall, when Trump was on the White House lawn or Rose Garden, whatever it was, he was presenting that, okay, these people will get this. It was a variety of different tariffs. 34% here, 34% there. I think at the minimum I witnessed, I saw 10% and I saw 23%. Everybody had a variety, but it was larger percentages, right? Now, the president hit the pause in the face of an intense pressure created by volatile finance markets that had been pushing Trump to reconsider his tariffs, even as some administration officials insisted that his rehearsal had always been the plan. Now, as stocks and bonds sold off, voters were watching their retirement savings dwindle and businesses warn of worse than expected sales and rising prices, all a possible gut punch to the country that sent Trump back into the White House last year on the promise of combating inflation. Once again, y'all, you voted this man in. Now you got to deal with the consequences. Look, how many times? And you know what's so funny? What's so funny is the fact that he's done this before. He's said so many off the wall things during his first administration, and was it taken care of? No. Now look, I give him credit on strengthening the border, which, well, he's been effing up with the deportation, which I'll talk about that if I have a little time in the show. He strengthened the has a stronger border. I will say that he has brought in 2, I believe, American hostages that was in Russia, through exchanges. But I'll give him that. He has made that happen. So I will give credit where credit is due. Now, the remainder, I cannot say what has he done good for the community, right? I can't, because he has not. These tariffs is one. I'll mention again the ending of DEI, which is disgusting. DEIA, I believe, which is disgusting and disgraceful. And all that it is insulting veterans. It's a kick in the face to women. It's a kick in the face to all people, not just people of color, because they think that diversity, equity, inclusion only benefits Black people. It does not. It benefits all people, because it's about skills. It's about equal opportunity. But yet again, people start getting all butthurt because they're like, well, he just got hired because he's Black, and she just got hired because she's this, and they just got. I'm like, wow. So whining is the case. You stole that from the guy in office. Gotcha. Oh my goodness, people. We got to do better. Let's go ahead. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And let me digress from this story. When we come back, we have a lot more show for you. So please don't go anywhere. You are tuning in to the Arrington Gavin Show. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
Order your beard care products with Rugged Evolution. We're your local beard care line that supports the maintenance of your full, mature beard. Our line includes conditioning shampoos, moisturizers, balms, oils, shaving lotions, and exfoliating soaps. These products moisturize, hydrate, nourish, and have all the natural ingredients for a healthy beard. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. And remember,
Rugged is the new smooth.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Arrington Gavin Show. I am your host, Arrington Gavin. Be sure to follow me on all social media platforms at the Arrington Gavin Show. I truly appreciate that. Look, next up on the chopping block, all right, we got your boy King Neo. I'm emphasizing, I should have put quotations on the King Neo because that's what I feel like he thinks he is a king. I think he thinks he's a god, literally. So let me go ahead and bring this share this soundbite of you for you all. Neo was recently on, I forgot which radio show. I think he was talking with Angie Martinez, if I'm not mistaken. And Neo has been doing more than just touring, making music, doing what Neo normally does. Neo has been, in my mind, doing a lot. He doing a little too much. Neo is really big on living the life of I think it's polyamorous, where you have not even that. It's almost like sister wives, except he's not married. They're all his girlfriends, right? Now, Neo has, where in the world did my, well, that's funny. I don't know where my phone went. Neo has more than one wife. I believe he has, like, I want to say the last time I checked it was like 4 or 5. But my boy Jay Skizzle, again, shout out to Relationship Goats. You can watch it exclusively on the Goatverse TV app. He said that he's like up to 7. So let me share this because it said here that Neo, okay, so there are 4. I'm sorry, it says it right here in this 4 girlfriends. He said neither of them can see other men, but he can, see other women. Let me play the soundbite for you all.
Rule is just to keep it a buck. Like, we're not gonna lie. We're not gonna lie to each other. We're not gonna sit up and blow smoke. I ain't selling no dreams, and I'm not forcing anybody to be here. If for whatever reason you decide this ain't for you no more, the door is never locked. You have permission to go on about your business. I don't want anybody to think that I'm manipulating these women into doing something they don't want to do. Everyone that is here by choice. These are grown women. Decision. The question I get asked the most is, are they allowed to date outside of me? Oh. That's the question I get all the damn time, and I'm answering right now. No, and I'm gonna tell you why. No, they are not. Here's.
All right, y'all. Sorry for that. Having some technical difficulties with the audio on that soundbite, but you heard the prime spot, the prime stuff that I wanted you to hear, and that was, okay, he gets asked this question all the time. Now he has four girlfriends. He says he gets asked this all the time, and that is, can they see other men? Can they see other men? And Neo very quickly said, absolutely not. No, they can't see other men. They can't see other men. And so what's so funny is that, and I'll read this for you because, like I said, I was having some difficulties with that clip. So it says here that he says, no, that they are not. When I got with these women, I did not ask for their exclusivity. I did not demand their exclusivity. They asked for it. Okay. They came to me. I wanted to be exclusive to you and just you. I said, okay, you understand that your exclusivity to me does not mean my exclusivity to you. You understand this, yes, and you're okay with it. So again, what does that? And I'm sorry, and we have very beautiful and intelligent and intellectual queens out there, and I feel as though like this is what continues to hurt women as a movement, thinking this is okay, thinking that okay, we are told what to do. We are exclusively with this man. All four of us, we're exclusively with him, but he can have his fun with any other woman. But we are still select. We can have our fun. Like it's what are we doing here, people? What are we doing? I'll be honest. Neo, I lost a little respect for Neo because when I first heard this, and it was before, and I don't know this man personally. I've been to a couple of his shows. Hey, look, as an artist, spectacular, right? He's written a lot of hits. He's sung a lot of hits. He won awards, made a lot of money. But this right here, my friend, is not great representation of the Black community. All right, in my opinion, it is not great representation of the culture. This right here is some other ish. Okay, I wish I could say what I can say, but I can't. This is insane. So again, I say this: his four girlfriends can only see him and him only because they're you exclude. I mean, did they sign a contract? Did they spill in the hand? Did y'all shake on it? Like what deal was this? But he's like, now I'm not exclusive to y'all. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Get out of here. Look, it's almost like a disservice because Neo, so-called, R&B singer, wrote love songs, but how can you do that and do this? I mean, I'm sorry. I can't. In this case, I can't separate the artist from the person. I can't. Now, I'm not saying, band together and don't listen to his music. He's a father. He got kids. He got to make a living. But I just, I don't know, ladies. What's your take? I'm asking the ladies in this. What does Neo to you? What role is he playing now? Where do you see this at? Do you see this as narcissistic? Do you see this as like a cult-like following kind of thing? Like it's the start of a cult? Like what is happening here? All right. What is happening here? And you know what's interesting? I almost call me crazy. I see this slightly different than a Nick Cannon, and I'll explain why. So Nick Cannon has what? Kids by 11 or 11 kids by a variety of women. I'm gonna just say 7, 8. How many? Hold on. How many? Let me ask. Let me check this out real quick. Because I'm looking at my time too. Let's see here. So Nick. 12 children with, they're not helping me here. I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 12 children, 6 different women, right? We're literally like back to back within the same year. Those women know that okay, he talks to other women. They know that he has he was still giving, he had birthed one and then he would literally be with another girl, and they would know, and they're cool with that, right? It's not okay, but I see it what am I trying to say here? Neo is telling them, you are all to me and me only. Now, there has not been said that if Nick Cannon literally tells them girls that, hey, look, you can see whoever you want to, but I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. When I go here, I'm gonna go here. But if they see somebody else, like, is he stopping them? I don't know because he's not. I'm pretty sure Nick is not exclusive with any of these women. He just happens to be wanting to multiply a lot. All right. But it's interesting. This is who I tell you, people need Jesus. Yes, they do. They need Jesus. I'll tell you, man. I mean, what it is these people have been rich for too long. They've been famous for too long. Give me some of that. Give me some of that money. Give me some of that money. Y'all been rich and famous for way too long. Let's see. Let me look at my time here. Well, in this time, I do want to share, and this is I actually didn't have the schedule, but I brought this up. You ever heard folks say, okay, Trump deranged syndrome? They mainly talk about it for folks who are anti-Trumpers. And Trump deranged syndrome is the fact that, oh my gosh, you think of the worst and this and that. Like, for example, when the assassination attempt occurred, where the bullet grazed his ear, folks were saying this was staged. He wasn't really shot. And I went after people on both sides. That one side accused the left of why he was why assassination was attempted on his life. I attacked those on the left that said, oh, this was fake, this wasn't real. Look, it happened. It happened. All right. And I'm glad that it did not take the man's life. I as much as I dislike President Trump, as much as I disagree with his policies, as much as I disagree with the way he leads and his leadership strategy, I'm never going to wish harm on the man. So stuff like that is what you consider Trump deranged syndrome, where people just will think of them off the wall stuff. But I bring this up, guys, because this happens on both sides, not just anti-Trumpers. This happens for people who are pro-Trump. And what do I mean by that, Arrington? I mean by this. So recently, a journalist in the White House press room had asked the press secretary, Caroline Levitt, a very weird question. Let me see if I can pull up this soundbite for you all, and we'll talk on the other side. And you'll see, you notice why I say, okay, Trump deranged syndrome goes on both sides. On both sides. Let me play this soundbite for you.
Also consider releasing the president's fitness plan. He actually looks healthier than ever before. Healthier than he did. Anybody in this room could agree. Is he working out with Bobby Kennedy? And is he eating less McDonald's?
I can confirm the president is in very good shape, as you see, on a near daily basis.
Also consider releasing the president's fitness plan. He actually looks healthier than ever before.
Now, out of all the big things happening in our world right now, right? We have a lot. We have a lot that's happening here. Economy, safety. We have a lot of this. This lady gonna ask, so can you share Trump's workout plan, the president's workout plan, because he's in the best shape ever I've seen, much better than his first term. I mean, does he work out with Bobby Kennedy? Who gave this person a job? Has it been 4 years yet? No, it hasn't. It hasn't even been 100 years yet. No, it hasn't. Oh my goodness. What kind of stupid question is that? This, like, first of all, I couldn't tell. For one, I knew she was very giving a very honest, trying to be, cute and funny, but there's so many butt kissers. And that's what I meant by Trump deranged syndrome on both sides, because you have folks that literally, like these televangelists, that will say, oh, the Lord brought Trump to us, and this is that, and oh my goodness, no, you did not say that. Then you have folks that literally has made careers off of being the Trump follower, make careers off of a Trump follower. I was watching this was, I think, on ABC, matter of fact. This person had turned an old historic church into like a Trump memorabilia store with nothing but Trump stuff. I'm like, yuck. Look, in my hometown of Chesapeake, Virginia, when he came for one of his rallies, this was actually the day after him and Joe Biden had went head to head, and when Joe Biden did the long buffering session during the debate, and people were like, "Oh hell, we do not need to." The day after that, he came to Chesapeake, and you had each street corner had this and that, and it was just like, "Oh my gosh, I'm about to puke." Like it was crazy. I say all that to say, folks, Trump deranged syndrome, it happens on both sides. People who are anti-Trumpers and people who just really, 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 really adore this man. All right. It's a circus. It's a circus. This girl asked this man, what is his workout plan? Because he's in great shape. Ma'am, I want to ask you, where do you see great shape at? Maybe if you tried to sketch him out, like a pear or something, but like what great shape do you see here? Bobby Kennedy, yeah. Or RFK Jr. is in great shape. He is in great shape. I ain't gonna lie, you saw that man do the push-ups. He did a thing shirtless. He's in great shape. I guarantee he's not eating McDonald's on a regular, obviously she said, "Oh yeah, he's eating McDonald's," and that's that. Y'all, what in the world? What in the world? All right, I got about less than 3 minutes left, past the hour, and less than 3 minutes until the hour is over. That's what I meant to say. What do I have? What do I have that? Let's see here. Once again, as I mentioned, I'll probably have to share a little bit more info on the next program. But as always, my friends, an hour goes by so fast when you're having fun talking with y'all. I appreciate y'all letting your boy vent, because there was so much stuff that I would love to conversate with you. But look, don't be alarmed. I will share this on the next show. Okay, and if I run out of time, I'll share it on the next show after that. Look, continue to tune into the Arrington Gavin Show, my friends. Monday through Fridays, evening, weeknights times, available on all digital streaming platforms. As I mentioned before, you can watch us on the streaming platforms of YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, as well as Goatverse TV. Monday through Fridays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. You can also listen to us on we're available on all podcast platforms, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. And you can also listen to us on our radio affiliates, WBOK 1230 AM. All right, New Orleans, Monday through Fridays, 8 p.m. Central Time. Then you can also check us out in the Metro Atlanta area on WDJY 99.1 FM Straight Talk, Monday through Fridays at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So until next time, my friends, look, y'all be easy, stay blessed, stay safe out there, and I will see you next time for another great episode of the Arrington Gavin Show. I'm out. Peace.